Imagine a world without the electric guitar solo. No campfire songs strummed on an acoustic guitar. Hard to picture, right? Well, today I am going to be informing you all on the story of how the guitar evolved from ancient strings to what we know and love today. Quote, the first guitar dates back to the 15th century Spain, where the modern guitar got its shape and sound. End quote. Wetz and Shanksley. There were even earlier forms of this string instruments with 3 to 4 and even 5 guitars being used as early as 500 AD. Without the guitar, most songs would not be complete. Everyone has heard the background music playing in their heads, playing their favorite songs. Those riffs you hear and love from a guitar. So, where exactly did the guitar come from? And what are its roots? Then I will next discuss the Renaissance and the Baroque period. Last but not least, I will go over the modern guitar, which is played today. So first off, where did the guitar come from and what are its roots? The word guitar came from an ancient Greek word, kithara, which was the word back then for any stringed instrument. The Babylonians, Egyptians, and the Greeks were the ones who had, quote, instruments resembling the acoustic guitar that can be traced back to ancient civilizations, end quote. Who invented the acoustic guitar? A brief history from folk roots to M, end quote. The lute, on the other hand, came from Mesopotamia and was spread throughout the Middle East. The lute had a waisted sound box like a guitar, and the guitar also made a completely different sound than it does now. But why does the guitar make a different sound? The material used from the body and all the parts, and then the amount of strings on the guitar. There have been many different versions of the guitar, and lots of different cultures and people have come up with different versions of the guitar. But during the Renaissance and the Baroque period in Europe is where the guitar kind of took its modern shape you know today. I will next discuss the Renaissance and Baroque period. The Renaissance guitar was when the 6 strings were introduced and widely spread throughout Europe and Italy. They would tune these guitars in fourth and major thirds. The guitar was very popular during this time, and people would dance and sing when it was played in single and other 3 double. In single, people would sing and dance in the Renaissance. Quote, the Renaissance guitar had only 4 courses. The first was usually quote, the Renaissance guitar had only 4 courses. The first was usually single and the other 3 double. End quote. Early guitar. The Renaissance guitar was also carried into Spain and became Spanish favorite. The Baroque guitar was similar to the Renaissance guitar, but this one had 5 courses of gut strings. The Baroque style of tuning is now the modern standard tuning from the top string down. The body was smaller and looked prettier. It also was shaped more like a guitar nowadays. The transition to modern guitar happened when, quote, the 5-course Baroque guitar with double courses continued to evolve both in design and playing style, by which time a transition to six single course guitars that look much more like the modern classic guitars taking place now. End quote. Since the Renaissance and the Baroque period had such an impact on the guitar's history, let me tell you about the modern guitar, how it sounds today. The guitar has continued to evolve in the 21st century, including new technologies, playing styles, and its role in the contemporary music. The modern guitar was evolved from earlier string instruments through significant changes in design, materials, and amplification. End quote. Today's classical guitars or Spanish guitars are constructed of wood, use nylon strings instead of metal strings found in acoustic and electric guitars. End quote. Henderson. The nylon strings have a very different tone and sound a lot different than the gut strings. The first person to come up with the X-brace also helped with durability of the guitar, and the first ever electric guitar was the hollow body guitar. Therefore, without the guitar, most songs would not be what they are today. The guitar is more than just an instrument. It's a cultural icon that continues to evolve and has a long history. Whether your favorite is classic, blues, metal, country, or whatever, your favorite might be, the guitar is a part of it. So next time you hear a guitar riff, just remember you are hearing centuries of history strummed to life. Thank you.